Hey everybody, I am going to do a little chat on sleep and muscle gain and fat loss and body composition today. And this is so important because not only, of course, I'm a weight loss, dream body, confidence, mindset, health coach, right? But sleep affects so much more than just that, right? Sleep is an essential part of just day-to-day functioning and your mood. It's essential for your productivity. So I want to talk about first how sleep affects your body composition and your goals, or rather lack of sleep. And then I want to talk about some tips that I have for falling asleep quickly and staying asleep. And some of these are probably going to be things that you guys have already heard, but some of these things are not. So let me just get my glass under here. So yeah, if you guys have comments about sleep and exercise and sleep and weight loss and body composition, please leave them in the comment section below and let me know. I'm happy to help and troubleshoot with you. I personally had many times in my life where I couldn't sleep. When I was teaching particularly, I would, I'd have a long day and I should be, by all accounts, exhausted. And I mean like burnt out. But I would be wired and tired all night. And I would go to bed, either not fall asleep at all, or I would go to bed and then wake up and then not be able to go back to sleep, and it'd be like 3 o'clock in the morning. And even then, even like recently, well, I would say like 6 months ago, I had this thing where I was waking up at 3 o'clock every morning. And if you're waking up at the same time every morning, like leave a comment below, because there's some research on what could be happening there for you, both psychological and like physiologically, with your internal system. So I have suffered myself with just not being able to sleep and having my sleep cycle thrown off. And those have been times when I have been super busy. So when I was teaching and running my business and coaching privately, so full-time teacher, running my online coaching business and coaching privately outdoors, those are the times where I tended to have the most trouble sleeping. So let's talk about how sleep affects your goals. So whether your goal is to put on muscle, burn fat, or change your body composition, sleep is essential. Number one, a lot of people think that their muscles grow in the gym, or they think that they burn fat in the gym. And you burn calories in the gym, yes. But a fat burning process is a long process, and you actually repair your muscles when you're eating and sleeping. So if you're not getting adequate sleep, then your body's not completing that cycle that it needs in order to burn fat and build muscle. So what I see with a lot of clients that I have is they're following their plan perfectly, but they're not losing weight, and maybe they're even losing inches. But there's this sort of like mysterious factor that's going on. And typically it's that they have not managed their stress and they have not managed their sleep. So between the hours of 10 and 12 p.m., you guys have heard me say this forever, between the hours of 10 and 12 p.m., your body is primed for fat burning and muscle repair. HGH is the human growth hormone that bodybuilders are injecting their body with. You make that automatically by yourself, and your body loves to utilize that when you're sleeping. By the way, side note, it also produces that when you squat, which is why I'm a fan of squatting, even if it's body weight exercises. Stand up and sit down 20 times a day for like a week and see how your body changes. It's wild. It's wild the way that works. That was a tangent. So that's number one. The other thing I want to talk about is when you do not sleep, your body has to find energy somewhere. It has to find energy somewhere. So what does it do? It causes you to graze extra, because it's like, hey, I'm hungry. I need energy. So you crave carbohydrates, dense foods that are fatty and quick access to calories, which it's not protein. It's going to crave carbohydrates and fats. So I know this personally. Like, I know whenever I haven't sleep, I'm like, ugh, I have to fight this battle, because it is a battle for me still, where I'm like, dang, like, I didn't sleep, so I already know my body's going to be like, ooh, what candy? Yes, what candy can we find today? So if you know you haven't gotten a week of sleep or whatever, I highly recommend like planning out your meals so that you do not succumb to your cravings, because that willpower is weak. She is weak. Because your body's going to be like, listen, your animal brain is going to turn on and say survival. And when your animal brain turns on, it's very hard to bypass that. So you need to preemptively have food, like only have the foods available that you need, that are beneficial for you. That is one of the other reasons why people tend to gain weight when they're not sleeping well, is because they're eating their energy instead of sleeping their energy away. Okay. In terms of sleep, so prolonged lack of sleep can be disrupting to your hormones. And a lot of women, if you have irregular cycles, or if you have painful cycles, or if you're experiencing like random like heat flashes or disruptive sleeps, that can also be an indicator that something's going on with your hormones. So it's kind of like chicken or egg situation. The best way to balance your hormones is obviously go see your doctor, but it's also reducing stress. Reducing stress can then help you to relax, which means that you can then sleep through the night, right? And I think I talked about, maybe I haven't talked about stress with you guys, but I'm going to give you some tips today for that. So just understand that sleep has an impact on more than just weight loss and weight gain. Of course, hormones are a huge part of your body composition, right? You can be working out and doing all the things, but if you're not sleeping, your body composition will be affected, because you are carrying the inflammation and the stress of not sleeping, right? Your body can't expel extra water like it's supposed to when you're sleeping. It can't digest foods properly the way it should when you're getting adequate rest. So it's crucial that you manage your sleep. So the first thing I want to talk about as it relates to sleep is you guys should all look into Dr. Huberman. He has a podcast and a YouTube channel, and he's really dense, but he talks a lot about sleep. He's a recent discovery to me, and some of his practices have worked, some of them have not. Let me tell you the one that I like the best. The best is getting up and getting sunlight before 10 a.m. If you do that for 3 days in a row, it has been proven. So get up, get outside, no caffeine, just get outside and be in the sun. Like, let the vitamin D and the sun soak into your skin for 10 minutes and then go back inside. If you do it for 3 days in a row, that resets your circadian rhythm. So that's a way for you to sleep through the night as well. So I want you to try that. Okay. Number 2, like the obvious things, you guys, turn off your cell phones or put your cell phones on blue light mode. No caffeine after 12 o'clock. Okay, some of you guys are really used to having caffeine, and I get it. I was a teacher, and it was like caffeine in the morning, caffeine at lunch, or caffeine after school to get me through like whatever after school activities I had to do. And one way that I, was able to combat this is by just doing a decaf in the afternoon. Now, decaf coffee still has caffeine in it, but it's way less. So if you're someone who's like, but Coach Joe, like I just need my coffee in the afternoon, I want you to get your coffee decaf, your second cup. And preferably, like if you're gonna do your coffee, if you're gonna do regular coffee, a second cup, which I don't recommend, do it before 2 o'clock. Yes. If you're going to do decaf, do it before 3 o'clock. I've seen a change in my my clients' sleep schedules when they adhere to that. Now, the truth is that people think they have more energy with caffeine, but they don't. I would actually recommend cutting back your caffeine. You will get a caffeine headache, but there's plenty of things that you can do. You can take an ibuprofen. You can drink a lot of water, make sure you get a lot of electrolytes. I would recommend cutting back on your coffee if you're having a huge problem with insomnia, because your caffeine may be giving you adrenal fatigue. Whole other issue, which is also part of that wired and tired feeling. Shock, right? So that's sort of like let me give you guys some more things that I do. Okay, the other thing I do is I have this it's called Kava stress tea. It's not like a sleep tea, which you can also try those, but it's not a sleep tea. It's just a de-stressing tea that you can take anytime during the day, but I take it before bed and it helps me sleep and I don't wake up groggy. I take magnesium, calcium magnesium before I go to bed. One of the reasons why people have trouble sleeping is because their serotonin, melatonin balance is off, and magnesium can help with this. So I take my calcium magnesium before bed. I'm not giving you guys dosages, but I take 300 to 400 milligrams, and that puts me in a deep sleep. And it also I feel more well rested when I take calcium magnesium. I've tried kids sleep gummies without melatonin. That's another option. But these are all honestly, you guys, a lot of this is topical minus the magnesium. They're all topical sort of reactionary responses to not sleeping. But what I really want you to do is ask yourself what's on your mind that you can't sleep. And because I'm really into responses and solutions that do not require you to take something. So let me share with you guys what I've been doing. Number one, so funny. One of my clients was like, "Oh yeah, I played this trip game, this alphabet game. I do this at night." I've actually started having my athletes do this at night as well, because they're like, "Coach Joe, I can't sleep. I'm so stressed out." So what they do is they pick cities, states, foods, fruits, animals, whatever, and they have to go down the alphabet list for the animals. Let's say we do animals. Then in my head, I'm like, okay, A is for ants, B is for bears, C is for cats. And while this feels like it's active, what it's doing is it's turning off your subconscious and refocusing your brain to the task at hand. And naming animals is very boring. You will go to sleep. I have not had one person be like, "I haven't fallen asleep." Do that game. And so you can choose fruits, foods, cities, countries, vegetables, whatever you want to do that starts with each letter of the alphabet. It helps you to stop ruminating when you're trying to go to bed. It's really cool. It's a really cool solution. The other thing is a lot of us have not processed our day or the days prior. So journaling in the morning can actually affect how you sleep at night. I've also had people journal at night. And that's helped them to release whatever's going on in their subconscious so they can then rest. Because sometimes what's happening with these sleep cycles is actually anxiety. And one of the ways that we release anxiety is by getting it out, right? We know that writing is a different process than speaking. Speaking can almost tangle us up, whereas writing, we're not saying anything to anyone. We're not trying to convince anyone of anything. We're not trying to tell a story. We're just journaling. What happened today? What am I feeling? And it's for no one but God, essentially. Reading a book. Unless you're someone who gets caught up in the book, that's not a good idea. But reading, honestly, listen, read your Bible. Read your Bible, because then, okay, I love the Bible, but we all know that, is it Deuteronomy or Numbers where they're just begatting 1,000 people? Read the begats. Read the begats and go to bed and see what happens, and try and go to bed and see what happens. That is another solution for sleep. Oh my gosh, I think I lost my train of thought for the other ones. But the point is that oftentimes when we're struggling with sleep, it can be physiological, meaning there's something wrong with your circadian rhythm, which means you need to reset it by getting sunlight, oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys my favorite one. Oh my goodness. So my complex has a hot tub. Oh my goodness, you guys. Take a shower, a hot shower before bed. Take a hot shower. This is my favorite tip. Take a hot shower before bed and see what happens. It is remarkable, honestly. Take a hot shower, and I always have the best sleep when I take a shower before bed. Or I get in the spa, the hot tub, and I sleep like a baby. I actually have the weirdest dreams too. So that is actually my number one tip for sleeping. And I've never had a client come to me and say that didn't work. In fact, when they miss their baths or their showers, they tell me that they're, that they don't sleep. And I'm convinced that this is because this is a relaxation and anxiety issue, and your brain needs permission to turn off, and the hot water sends your body into relaxation mode. So take a hot shower, go right to bed. It is a phenomenal way to sleep. Okay. And again, you guys, hold on, I'm getting notes. Yes, hot water opens your pores, followed by a cold shower, which then lock one's pores respectively. Yes, that is what a lot of people do in the morning. So a lot of people take a alternating hot and cold showers in the morning. The cold shower, though, is a wake-up shower for me. So when I take a cold shower, it's my body has to heat itself up, and it's like energy. But if I take a cold shower at night, then it signals for my body to wake up. So I don't know. People have to try it out and see if they like what works for them. But a lot of people alternate hot and cold, and it is a fantastic way to wake your body up, regenerate your cells, and to get energy without taking caffeine, because that's a whole other issue when it comes to sleep is caffeine, your adrenals, and your circadian rhythm. They can all be thrown off by that. So, you guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this little chat, please leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you are interested and you are ready to finally get what you want, which is a healthy, thriving, functioning body, a fit body, send me a DM or leave a comment below and I'll reach out to you. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe on this video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.